Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. My name is Prophet, and today I'll be talking about something that I've seen quite a bit of actually around the world, and that is the free-to-play model and how it's really done right, or how at least I think it's done right. And you have the kind of few different options really on how to do it. You have the kind of thing that they have in Dota, where it's like paying. It's not really even optional. It's like you really don't have to. It's like unless you incredibly much want skins, you don't buy it. League of Legends is a bit more pay to play. When it comes to, champions are real expensive unless you play a hell of a lot, so on and so forth, on all of that. Yeah, you have the kind of paying is optional. If you want to progress quicker, pay. If you do not really care about that and just want to experience the game, you don't have to. Then you of course have you have to pay to really get further on into the game, which is something that we see a lot of in stuff like iOS games. The mobile devices are huge on this. They are insane when it comes to that. And that is an issue overall, I think. And how do I really think it's done correctly? I'm really sorry about this flicker, the black flickering. I can see it. I don't know how to fix it right now. I will work on fixing it. That's the thing. But yeah, how I would really say that you should do it is make a game first of all that not necessarily requires it, but just progresses the game quicker. I think that is the best way to really have pay to win, or pay to play win. I'm stupid when it comes to wording. Free to play, that's what I'm talking about here. And let's take an example. Actually, yeah, let's take an example. For example, you have Star Wars: The Old Republic. Yeah, actually a great MMO. I'm not that huge into MMOs, but overall I think it's a great game. It's done well, of course with the intention of having a pay-to-play model. But after they went free-to-play, you know that you can play it free-to-play, but you have a lot of, you'll have an incredibly much easier progression if you actually just subscribe. And after getting to a rather high level and you have invested a lot of time into the game, you're really tempted to actually just subscribe. And I think giving the player the temptation to want to subscribe without forcing it upon them, shoving it down their throat, is really important. So if, for example, if you just make a game where it's like, well, I'm sorry, but unless you grind mobs for like 10 hours, you'll not be able to progress to another level. Well, if you pay, yeah, you can of course just do the main quests. That's really, really bad. For example, right now, if I make an MMO, let's just say that, and the base model that I'm using is that, yeah, you can play through the entire campaign and all the side quests from level 1 to level 70, say that's the max. Do it all World of Warcraft style. Or all, it's probably not all. I don't even remember when 70 was introduced to Burning Crusade. Or was that 65? I'm stupid, okay? The pointer is, that is when I have the cap there, and all the missions and so on and so forth. You have, of course, the main story mission, that is like the cool quests. That's like the quest you want to do. And then you have all the side quests bouncing back and forth, along the way. And then you kind of have to grind here and there as well. Because all MMOs are based around grinding, you kind of have to do it. But here comes like the funny tickling part, okay? If I then make my game so that, yeah, you can play through it, it's gonna be easier if you subscribe, but hey, if you just, or by subscribing, you also get a lot of other benefits that will help you along the way. Not game-breaking benefits, but benefits that produces your leveling rate, does all this other kind of giving you extra bonuses, giving you different, just the way that they have cardinal coins in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Make it a service other than just the XP. You want to make them want to subscribe by other means, just progressing, and then you can make a separate subscription system, which is just the XP. Make one subscription way so that you can just pay that money, say 20 a month. I don't know, it's kind of expensive. Nah, that's way too much, I think. Make it like $10 a month. 5 to 10, that's fine. 5 to 10 bucks a month, And then you say, by paying this, your character can play from start to finish in one, like, without doing side quests. Because sometimes I want that. Like, I don't personally have time to invest into free-to-play players playing from level 1 to level, I don't know what the max is, 55 now? 60? I don't know what they have in Star Wars The Old Republic now. But I don't have the time to do that. I have so much other things going on. But I would happily pay, even if it's just like a one-time fee, whatever, really. I would be willing to pay to have my character be able to just do the main quests and progressing. Because that is really fun. Star Wars The Old Republic actually did this for a while. They did it with times 16 leveling if you pre-purchased one of their expansion packs, so that you can get to all the endgame content on a character. And I, of course, didn't have the time at the moment when that was available, but I would definitely have done it now. Like, if they offered me that now and just said, hey, this is for you guys that just want to play the main mission, or main storyline, I would be on that train immediately, like, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap. But no, I wouldn't. Because that is something that that helps me having time. I get the time for it. I get to experience the story that I never got to experience before, because there's so much good lore within the Star Wars universe, and especially within this game, Star Wars The Old Republic. There's so much good story there, but I don't have the time to do it. And honestly, I hate grinding the side missions in that game. Honestly, the side missions are terrible compared to games like World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft is not known to have the best side missions, but still, I do not like the side missions of the Old Republic. Most of them, that is. They have some really great ones, but most of them are really bad. And personally, I enjoy doing like 3 things. I enjoy being in arenas, I enjoy doing raids, and I enjoy doing the main story mission. And that's the 3 things that I want. And if you can make a free-to-play game with the possibility of the player, subscribing to a service that gives you the ability to just do the cool parts, that would be amazing. Because right now, if you subscribe to the game, you have to do the story mission, or you don't have to, obviously, but you do the story mission, and then you have to do some of the side missions, or most of them, and then you will have a, how should you call it? A normal leveling rate. That means that by the time that you have done the last mission on the planet, if it is a story mission, or if it is, or like the last of the important side quests, the most notable ones, you are at the level when you should progress. Whilst when you are not subscribed, you will have that up to level 20, 25, 30, and after that you kind of have to do grinding. You have to kill more mobs than you otherwise should have. You have to take heroics. You have to do a lot of stuff that is not necessarily that enjoyable, because that is just something that you have to do. It's not, I'm sorry to say so, but without that it gets kind of bad. And because then you will just fall far back in levels. I mean, I on my main warrior within that game, I got him to 40, 45, I think, around there. And then, without being subscribed, I had a huge issue, because I had spec'd myself into tank Juggernaut, and at the time Juggernaut was really weak in clearing, going solo and clearing missions and clearing mobs. It was just it was hard for the character overall. And then actually just trying to fight, how should I say, just trying to get there, get through levels was just impossible. I tried get in there, I could not even kill 6 creatures at once, because I didn't have strong enough AoEs, and I didn't do enough damage. I were tanky, but I didn't have enough DPS to really kill them. So then also being followed behind in levels was just devastating, and right now I think my character is kind of unplayable, unless I respec him completely, which I probably will if I get back into the game. But that was a side rant. The thing here is that by just being able to do the story missions, like, you can actually get an entire fan base just based around that, because you will still have the players that enjoy doing your main thing and all the other stuff around that. For example, you have the players that love to grind, you have the players that really enjoy doing side quests because they're just invested into the lore, and then you have the players that are just casual and, you know, want to see, experience the story that you have to tell, and, you know, enjoying that and then getting out. For example, big YouTubers. Let's say at the time, if Total Biscuit had not already covered the game, but kind of, you know, he understands it's a great game and he kind of wants to cover it. Do you think someone like Total Biscuit have the time to, how should I say it, have the time to invest? Yeah, invest so many hours into, like, completing an entire storyline, unless it is making, you know, multiple videos about it. No, he does not. That is simply it. That's the reason why we didn't see people like Total Biscuit covering Violent Star immensely, going through all the story and saying, okay, this is this, and it's this good, so on and so forth. No, they don't have the time for that. They can't invest their time into playing multiple days of the same game. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, but if you give someone like that opportunity to just pay, see the story, say, hey, was this a good or bad story? That's great. That's amazing. I mean, that's a lot of free publicity right there, and you would bring a lot of people back. If Star Wars: The Old Republic did that, I'll be back. And I know a lot of other people would, because just experiencing something is worth it. But being forced to stick around with all the other bullshit, nah, I won't do. So, I hope that this rant was okay. I hope the quality was okay. I will fix the flickering to the next time, I think. But I do thank you for tuning in, and I hope that it was not too ranty. I'll see you guys next time. As always, I love you all.